Good day and welcome to our presentation of the Hotel Management Network Project. In this video, we will be presenting a comprehensive network design tailored specifically for a hotel environment. This project focuses on establishing a secure, scalable, and efficient infrastructure that supports the various departments operating across 3 floors of the hotel facility. First, each floor is assigned with specific roles and department. Here, first floor, it has logistics, store, and reception. Then for the second floor, it has finance, HR, and sales. And for the third floor, as you can see, this is where the IT department and admin is placed. And then this network architecture integrates a combination of routers, switches, and wireless access points to support both wired and wireless connectivity. Devices used across the network include desktop computers, laptop, tablets, smartphone, and printers, all of which are assigned to specific VLANs based on their department and function. And throughout this presentation, we will walk you through the topology of this network and how it is configured and how this works. So let's get started. After selecting the router from third floor, we enable then ConFT, and then we select int SE020, and no shot means we enable or turn on the router interface. Then we do that for 021 and giga00, then no shot again to enable or turn on the router interface. Next, we have int SE020, which has a clock rate or speed connection with 64,000. Then with SE021, we have a clock rate of 64,000. Then do write is for saving changes that we have configured. Next, for the next router, we have int SE020. We also selected that. Then we enable it by using no shut or no shutdown. We also use that for int SE021. And then we, se- we selected 021, then enable it again, then giga00, then we enable it again. Then for the next router, enable ConFT, then we selected in as a 010, and we enable it and or turn on the router interface in as a 011, no shot, or giga00, no shot, and do write for saving the configured changes. 011, we have a clock rate of 64,000. Do write for saving again. So for the next, we have to configure the switch. We enable ConFT, then we would select in range 0 to 3. So we selected ports from 2 to 3. Then with switch port mode access, we set them to access mode so they connect to end devices like PCs. Then switch port access VLAN 80, we assign both ports that we selected to VLAN 80, and then for VLAN 70, it is FAS045. FAS0628 is for VLAN 60. Do right, we save again the changes we've made. Next, for the switch, next we select the switch again, then selected port FAS01, and then we use switch port mode trunk, which means that the port can carry traffic from multiple VLANs, not just one. Next, we'll do the same for the next switch. NConFT. Then we will select int range FAS023, Then switch port mode access, which means we set them to access mode. Then switch port access VLAN 50, we assign them to VLAN 50. And then FA045 for VLAN 40. Then FA068 for VLAN 30. Do right to save the changes. In range FA01 switch port mode shrunk. And then do right again to save the changes. Next is we have the last router for the third floor. Enable the switch ConFT. Then we selected int range FA0223 switch port mode access, which means we access the mode, then switch port access VLAN 10, we assign the FA02 and 3 to VLAN 10, 4 to 6 to VLAN 20. Then int range FA01 to switch port mode trunk. Then do right to save the changes. Ano muna kayong iimik ka, mamaya kayo umimik. So for the next, configure the router for the first floor. Enable ConFT and int SE020. Selected SE020. Then we set its IP address to 10.10.10.5, 255.255.255.252. Then for 021, its IP address is 10.10.10.5 to 5.252. In this, we have set the IP address 10.10.10.5 and then 9. Then we use 255.255.255.252 because it's perfect for point-to-point connections, like a direct link between two routers. This subnet only allows two usable IP addresses, which is exactly what we need when only two devices are communicating. Like 255.255.255.252 is 30 subnet, which means it has a total IPs of 4 and usable IPs of 2, and 1 for each router. Then for the next router, it does the same. So let us continue. So IP addresses and then subnet mask. Do right for saving again.
So the next process is what we call the router on a stick, where a single physical router interface is split into sub-interfaces to route traffic between VLANs using GAT1Q tagging. So each sub-interface acts as a gateway for VLAN, enabling inter-VLAN communication without dedicated ports per VLAN. So first is in GI00.80. So this command creates a sub-interface for VLAN 80 routing. So next is encapsulation dot 1Q80. This tags traffic for VLAN 80. So this command tags all traffic leaving this sub-interface with VLAN ID 80 and only accept incoming traffic tag with VLAN 80. So next is IP address 192.168.8.1. So yung 192.168.8.1, it is an IP and 255.255.255.0 is subnet mask. So this command is to assign the gateway IP for VLAN 80. So next is in GI 0.0.0.70. So this is for the VLAN store. Next is encapsulation.1Q70. So ganun din katulad dun sa 80.80. So IP address, ganun lang din. Next is for int GI 0.60 for the logistics. Encapsulation.1Q60. Okay. The tags traffic for VLAN 60. Then IP address. This is to assign the gateway IP for VLAN 60. And then do write for saving the configuration or to build the configuration. Then exit. So next step is service DHCP. So this is to enable the DHCP server functionality on the router. Without this, the router won't assign IP address to clients. So next is IP DHCP pool reception for the VLAN. What? For VLAN 80. So that is to create a DHCP address pool name reception. So next is network. Network 192.168.8.0. That is the network address, and 255.255.255.0 is the subnet mask with /24 network. That is to specify the subnet range for the HTTP releases. Next is default router. So the default router is to set the default gateway for the HTTP clients. And next is DNS server, which is to assign a DNS server IP to clients. So, yun lang, ganun lang, repeat lang, hanggang yung first floor na all VLANs ay makonfigured. Yan naman ay IP DHCP pool for the VLAN 70, which is the store. So, network, papalitan lang natin siya ng 7 kasi 70. Lahat ng 8 ay palitan ng 7 kasi yung 8 ay for reception. 7 para mas madali siya or mas madaling intindihin. Hindi tayo malilito. So, exit. So, next is what? VLAN 60. VLAN 60 for the logistics. Okay, IP DHCP pool logistics. And the network. So, 6.0 dapat siya. Then a server, default router, 192.168.6.1. And then DNS server or domain name system, 192.168.6.1, then exit. Then do write to save the changes or to build the configuration. So, configure ng PC2, gawin DHCP, and then magsasuggest siya ng mga IP address subnet mask default gateway and DNS server. Then PC1, ganun lang din. I-DHCP natin. DHCP, and then yun magre-request ng mga IP address. So, DHCP request successful. So, next is second floor. Router ng second floor. Okay? So, katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, ganyan lang din. So, we have to enable muna. Then, conft. And then, yan. Mag-configure na tayo. So, first is int GI 0.30. 0.30 is for the sales, the VLAN sales name. So we have to encapsulation that 1Q30. So that encapsulation is to tag traffic VLAN for VLAN 30. Okay? Para ma-accept ang incoming traffic tag with VLAN 80 only. 30 pala, hindi 80. Parang ano kasi, 30. Parang 80, so 30. Then IP address 192.168.3.1. And then the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then exit. So next Next VLAN. VLAN 40. Int gig 0, 0.40. So yung 40 ay for HR. So encapsulation that 1Q40. Tag uli yan, tagging. Then IP address, 4.1 naman. Then exit. So, i-ano lang natin, i-configure lang natin lahat ng VLAN for the second floor. So, next is the VLAN 50 int gig 0, 0.50 for the finance. Encapsulation that 1Q50. So, the tags traffic for VLAN 80. Then IP address, 192.168.5.255.255.255.255.0. Then exit. Do write for disabling the changes or to build the configuration. So next we have to service the HTTP. So IP the HTTP pool. First is the finance. Okay. So network 192.168.5.0 and then 255.255.255.0. So that is to create a to specify the subnet range for the HTTP leases. Default router. So that is to set the default gateway for the HTTP clients. So katulad lang din nung ginawa natin sa first floor. So next is DNS server. Yan. Then exit. Okay. For the HR naman, IP DHCP pool HR. So that is to create a DHCP address pool named HR. The network 192.168. What? So ang HR natin is VLAN 40. So dapat 4 siya. Okay, 192.168.4.0. Then the subnet mask. Then next is default router. So dapat ay 4.1 siya. And then DNS server to assign DNS server IP to client, which is the 4.1. Then exit. So last for the second floor. Sales. We have the sales. So IP, the ICP pool sales. And then next is network 192.168.3.0. Then subnet mask. So default router 3.1 siya and then DNS for 3.1. And then exit. Okay. Then I do right to save the changes or to build the configuration. Okay. So, ganun lang katulad ng kanina. i-DHCP natin yung PC5 to request IP address. So, yun. Successful. The next is PC4, DHCP, request IP, and then successful. Okay. PC3, IP configuration, DHCP, to request IP address, and then yun. Successful. Okay, next. Third floor. The router for the third floor, you have to enable ConnFT and then start to configure. So int gi 0, 0.10 for the VLAN IT, named IT, then encapsulation .1Q 10. So that is the tag traffic for VLAN 10. Then is IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.0, then exit. So next is for VLAN 20, which is the admin. So int gi 0, 0.20. And then yon, you have to encapsulate. So encapsulation.1Q Okay, IP address 192.168.2.1 since VLAN 20 siya. Next is exit. So we have to the service DHCP. So that is to enable the DHCP server functionality on the router. So IP DHCP pool ID to create a DHCP address pool name ID. So network 192.1.0.255.255.255.0. So default router. Okay, to set the default gateway for DHCP client. So what that is 192.168.1.1. So the DNS server. So same pa rin sa default router 192.168.1.1. And then exit. So next is admin. So IP DHCP pool admin. So that is to create a DHCP address pool name admin. Subnet range network 192.168.2.0, that is the network address, and 255.255.255, that is the subnet mask, and the default router and DNS server sa yung lang sila. 192.168.2.1. Then do right for saving the configuration or building the configuration. Then after that, we have to click the PC6 desktop and then ipconfig the CP request IP address and then the request successful. Next is then request IP address and then successful in the PC7. Okay. The next we have to do is to have an OSPF. So ano nga ba yung OSPF? The OSPF is the Open Shortest Path First configuration where the router advertises its directly connected networks. And the OSPF there is to enable dynamic routing with other OSPF enabled devices. So punta tayo sa first floor. Router ng first floor enable ConFT. Do show IP route connected. So makikita po natin yung mga directly connected networks. So USPF natin siya. So lahat ng networks na ito. So router OSPF1 and then network. Kung ano yung mga networks na nakakonect sa atin. So first we have the 10.10.10.4 and then subnet mask 255.255.255.252. Then area 0. So repeat lang to hanggang sa ma-config or malagyan natin lahat ng OSPF yung directly connected networks. So next is 192.168.6.0. 255.255.255.252 area 0. The next is 7.0. Next is 8.0. So okay na. So meron na tayo OSPF. Then to write to build the configuration or to save changes. So next is the second floor. The router for the second floor. So wala lang din to show IP route connected to show the directly connected network. So those networks that is flashed on the screen, which is 10.10.0 to 192.168.5.0, those networks will be ilalagay natin ng router o ilalagay natin ng OSPF. So 10.10.10.10.0 muna tayo. Then yun, lagyan natin ng subnet mask 252 area 0. Then network 8.0 8. So 10.10.8 area 0. So network 192.168.3.0. Then 255.255.255.0 area 0. Then I 4.0, then 5.0. All set, so we have to do right to save changes or to build the configuration. So next is for the third floor. Okay, check. So next is for the third floor. Do show IP route connected, then that it will show up the directly connected networks. So yun yung ating config for the OSPF. So apat na directly connected networks. So router OSPF 1, then 10.10.10.0. Then subnet mask na 255.255.255.252.0. Area 0 pa. Then networks for 10.10.4. Subnet mask area 0. So next is 192.168.1.0. Then 255.255.255.0 area 0. Next is 192.168.2.0. Subnet mask, then area 0. Then do right to build the configuration. So all set.
Sir, ito po yung pumapatungkol sa connection ng Wi-Fi, yung access po nila na kung saan ay yun po, kukonect po natin yung laptop, yung cellphone at saka yung tablet sa kanilang Wi-Fi. So dito po ginawa ko po is yung access point, yung port 1 po nilagyan ko po siya ng name at saka nilagyan ko po siya ng password. Then inalis ko po, nilagay ko po si WPC, then kinonect po natin siya. Kumbaga yung WPC po, ito po yung Wi-Fi receiver. Then kinonect ko po siya dun sa kanilang Wi-Fi. So yun po, pinakita po na connected na. Then sunod po is yung tablet. Sa SSID is yung pangalan po nung Wi-Fi. Then yung password, nilagay po natin yung password, then mag-automatically connect na po yun kung saan pong pangalan yun at kung tama yung password. Then same lang din po sa ginawa natin dito sa phone. Yan, kinonect lang po natin, nilagay po natin sa SSID yung pangalan. Then sa password po, nilagay po natin is yung password niya. So yan po. So yun, makikita nyo naman po, nakakonect na po siya dun sa Wi-Fi ng PowerBuster. Then kasunod po, sa access point 2, same lang po ng procedure. Papakita rin naman natin na connect yung laptop, tablet at smartphone sa first floor na access point. Access point is the Wi-Fi. So what we do. So yan po. Firstly po ay papangalan natin yung access, yung laptop. Ilis natin pangalan, nilagay natin yung Wi-Fi receiver, tinurn on. Then kasunod po is i-connect na po natin siya. Yan, may floor 2 po. Yan, then password from floor 2. Same way lang po na pagpapangalan natin sa access point, ganun din po ginawa natin. Then connecting ng laptop, ng tablet and smartphone, yun, kinonect lang din po natin sa floor 1. Mali po tayo dyan, magkamali po. Floor 1 nilagay ko, dapat floor 2. So yun po. Ganyan din sa wireless, sa cellphone, floor 2. Para kumonect siya dun sa floor 2 na access point. Then, kasunod po is configuration or pagpapangalan ng ating mga router. Susunod dito is nag-enable muna tayo, then nag-conft. Yan, kasunod po is conft. Then, kasunod po, nilagyan po natin ng hostname, F3 router, then IP domain name, GTech. Then, username niya po is GTech, then the password na rin po natin is GTech para madaling tandaan. Then, kasunod po is nag-crypto key generate RSS po tayo, then inilagay po natin na how many bits in the modulus is 1024. Then kasunod po niyan line VTY 015 po tayo para po pumunta dun sa line. Then magla-log in local, then transport input SSH, then magdo-do-write na po tayo. Then exit. Then after po nun, same process lang sa mga ibang router, dun sa tatlong router, papangalanan ulit natin. Yan, F2 router, ang pangalan niya, then IP domain name, GTech. Yan, then yung password GTech, tapos crypto key generate, RSA nga ba? Oh, RSA, then 1024, then kasunod po is line VTY 015, then login local, then transport input SSH. Then same process sa third router. As you can see naman po. Yan. Then nag-do right. Then sunod po is para po matest natin kung tama yung ating mga configuration sa router. Gumamit po tayo ng test PC. So ito po yung gagamitin natin na command prompt na malalaman kung talagang napiping yung ating mga router. So yun po. Nag-SSH po tayo GTech. Yan, SSH-1. Wait lang, dito po pala is tinignan po muna natin yung ito pong IP address ng router na yon para ma-ping natin. Then SSH-L GTech, yung IP address po 10.10.1. Then yung password po niya yung GTech. Then ito po na-access po natin yung F2 router. Then exit. Then bumalik lang ulit tayo. Then ganun din sa iba nating router, chine-check po natin kung ano ang IP address niya. So same process, SSH-L, then GTech 10.10.5. Then ilalagay natin password yung GTech. So yun, may access po tayo, F3 router. Then sunod po, tinry po natin dito is yung private IP address, yung 192.168.1. So yan po, makikita niyo po, itatype niyo po dyan, wait lang. Type niya po dito 192.168.6.1, then GTech, then yun po, nagka-access po, shows po na gumagana po yung ating mga router configuration. So, kasunod, nag-SSH-L din tayo, GTech 192.168.1.1, then ayun po, F1 router, F2 router, tas kanina yung F2 router. Then, kasunod, nag-integer int fa02. Then, gumagawa po tayo ng switch port security. Then, sa switch port security, nagkamali po kami dito ng lagay. So, forward ko lang po ng konti. Kasi po, nagkamali po tayo dito. Kasi, paano po namin nalaman na kami po yung nagkamali? Dito po yan sa, nung nag-do show po kami, hindi ko po nakita yon, hindi nakita dito yung switch port security dyan sa part ng spanning tree mode. So sunod, tinype ulit namin int fa02, then switch port security maximum 1, then port security MAC address, yan, then switch port security MAC address sticky, then switch port security violation shutdown. Then makikita na po natin sa interface fast Ethernet 02, makikita po natin na switch port access VLAN 10, then switch port mode access, switch port security, then switch port security MAC address is sticky. Then yun po. Then, do show port security. Yan, makikita rin. Naglabas din doon na may FAS02 na meron pong count at saka shutdown. Then, same process lang po sa mga router. Then, kasunod po is ito na po yung testing ng ating configuration ng networks project kung gumagana po ba lahat from PC to PC. Ayan. So, makikita po, nilalagay po natin. Then, yun po, naglagay po dito is successful. Then, ganun din po, PC5 to PC3. Una po is nag-fail po talaga siya. So, yung una, fail. Then, pangalawa is successful. Kasi, hindi ko po alam, pero baka nag-error po muna sa una. Pero, talaga po, nagana po yun. So, yun, PC5 to PC7, PC5 to test PC, the PC2, and PC1, then PC0. Then, after po niyan, yan, pakikita po is lahat successful siya sa lahat ng PC. Then, ito po yung pagta-transfer, yung simulation na nagana po siya at nabalik sa lahat. So, yan. Pinost po namin kasi talagang gumana na siya. Then, ito naman po yung tablet to PC2. Tinatry po natin yung mga tablet, laptop, and smartphone sa iba't ibang PC kung magsa-successful. Then, it shows po na nag-successful si laptop kay PC4, si tablet kay PC2, si smartphone kay PC7, at saka si smartphone kay laptop. Gumagana po siya ng pagta-transfer. And yun lang po yung kahulihan na papakita po ng networks project po namin na meron po siyang first floor, second floor, and third floor na configuration na gumamit po kami ng VLANs, routers, at saka yung Wi-Fi po through laptop, tablet, and smartphone na makakapag-send din po siya ng email or nakakapag-chismisan din siya sa iba't ibang PC gamit yung Wi-Fi. Yun lang po. Thank you po, sir.